To the channel again, like, share, and subscribe. I am doing a fresh tomato soup here. We're just going to throw everything in the blender real quick, blend it up. We'll sieve it out into a pan here, and we'll go from there. So I do have some cherry tomatoes in the bottom of my blender here. Just going to go ahead and add that to them. I've got some fresh oregano here. I've got some thyme here that I'm just going to strip off really quick. I like the lemony flavor that the thyme brings, so we're just going to strip some of these fresh herbs into the blender here, and add a clove of garlic here, and we'll go from there. Going to hurry up and do a rough chop on these tomatoes here. And then I also am going to do, the peppers looked really good at the market today, so I'm just going to go ahead and rough chop that and add just a little bit of a red sweet pepper also to this tomato mixture. We got, like I said, it's just some tomatoes out of the garden here. We'll just do a rough chop on them. Fairly good blend, and then we'll throw that into the blender, get it all mixed up. We will throw some, run it through a sieve and put it on a pan for 10 minutes with a little bit of pepper and that. So we'll just give this a quick mix here. Back, here is our puree from the blender. I'm going to give this a quick taste test before I run it through the sieve. Well, that's good. It does need some salt. That's what I forgot to do. But other than that, and then I'm probably going to, once I get this on the pot, I'm going to get down into my spice drawer here and grab some red pepper flakes. Instead of black pepper, I'm just going to do some red pepper flakes. But basically this is it. If you notice, the tomatoes were a little bit purple and black with the heirloom, and so was the red pepper. So I'm actually getting this pretty cool purple tint to this tomato sauce here. And I'm just running it through a fine sieve here. So we'll go ahead and continue to do this, and then we'll throw it on the stove for about 10 minutes and add a little bit of cream to finish it off, and you're good to go. If you want to garnish with a little bit of that oregano or thyme, we are. Okay, hi everybody. Here is the remnants of the tomatoes that I blended up in the blender. Again, we probably had about, say 5 pounds of tomatoes and all that. Ran it through a sieve. There was about, say 4 sprigs of thyme and 1 sprig of oregano that I stripped down, also added to the blender with a clove of garlic, and probably about a tablespoon of salt. We will put this back here in the blender or in the sink, and we'll get that taken care of. Here is your consistency of your soup. I did do a little bit of taste test. I do want a little bit of heat. I'm not adding black pepper, so I'm going to add just some crushed red peppers to this. Taste it for sweetness, whether you like it a little bit sweetness, and again, a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. I'm just going to put this on the stove for about 10 minutes, and the tomatoes were sweet enough, so I'm not going to add any sugar to that. But if your tomatoes aren't very sweet, or if you used canned tomatoes, you can use some Santa Marzano tomatoes or anything like that. Also, just to blend them up if you don't have fresh tomatoes available, but we've got lots of tomatoes this time of year. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the stove here and get it going and boil it for about 10 minutes. Check the seasoning a little bit as I boil it. Might change a little bit as the soup condenses and everything else. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. I've got my grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know how I'm going to divide this up in the videos yet, whether we're going to do 1 video or 2 videos, so bear with me. In here I've got my what you want to call it is your hot popper or your jalapeno popper grilled cheese sandwich. On the outside, I've got some of my garlic butter that I used, and then on the inside, we did that mixture with cream cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, provolone, mozzarella, a couple of jalapenos, and we're just going to slice right into this and show you how scrumptious this looks right now, and how ooey and gooey and melty that is right now. I don't know whether that will pick it up. It's also got some bacon in it. We'll serve that up a little bit like that, and then we'll reach behind myself. Here is our tomato soup that I did. This is just a fresh tomato soup that I blended up in the blender and gave it about 10 minutes, reduced it by about a third on the stove. Here it is. We've got about 5 pounds of various tomatoes, whatever you have in the garden or whatever looks good in the store. I've done about 10 sprigs of thyme and a sprig of oregano and a clove of garlic, about a tablespoon of salt, and about a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. I like it on the spicy side. And then I'm going to add to this, just to make it a little bit more luxurious, a little bit of cream. That's probably about a quarter cup of cream here now. We'll get this all stirred in here. Lightened up the color. I did use about a half a red pepper because the red peppers looked really super good in seasoning when I went to the store today. So I'm just going to serve up a little bit of the tomato soup, fresh tomato soup, and a grilled cheese sandwich. Enjoy. This is super scrumptious with the fresh jalapenos, the bacon in there with the cream cheese, and then we have the fresh tomato soup. Like, share, and enjoy. Thank you so much.